you had 2 recruits last month. So let's share a little bit. I will just tell you I'm here tonight with Alexis, and hopefully Bianca will be joining us. But they were our consultant recruiters last month, and they added to their teams. Alexis had 2 new recruits added to her team last month, and Bianca had 1. So congratulations on growing a team. I know Alexis was just in our last interview with our top sellers and shared that she was interested in pursuing directorship with Pampered Chef. So she is beginning to grow that team. So I'm going to let Alexis tell us a little bit tonight about how she recruits. What do you do to inform, invite, and interview and get to that person actually joining your team?
Well, I will be honest that my recruits this month were, I'm a hairstylist, so they were actually both in the past long-term clients of mine before I moved. And I feel like success breeds success. And I have had a lot of positive, I've been the top seller, we're within the top 10 sellers in my business, and been continuous with my business. And both of these people that did join were part of my virtual shows, and obviously they saw this as something that was feasible that they could do, because I made it, obviously nobody wants to join something that's hard, so I made it easier enough for them and fun enough for them that they thought it would be something that could be a part of their life. Awesome. I didn't really, either of them, I didn't really have to talk them into it. They were kind of both ready to sign up. However, I've been working on another recruit since November, trying to get her to come to the meetings, and I did a phone interview with her where I answered a lot of questions, and she wanted to do it, but she still hasn't quite signed up yet. And but the reality is I do think like being successful and loving what you do and people seeing you as being successful is something that makes them want to be a part of it. And I love doing what I do, and I love Pampered Chef, and I think that shows.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's awesome.
Was there anything
Alexis, I think that's perfect. I think you really hit the nail on the head. Is you made what you do duplicatable, so it looked like something that they felt like they could do, and you also are likable. If people like you and they enjoy being in your company, they want to join your team. They want to spend more time with you.
Right.
So yeah, that is great. And then I love that you talked about, you have another recruit that wasn't ready to just jump right on board. That's one you're having to work a little bit harder with. You're having to follow up and do a little bit more with that one. So that was perfect. Yes.
I will also say that doing the host coaching call, doing that 10-minute phone call, because I do text with a lot of my hosts, doing that call and putting that idea in their head, have you ever considered doing what I do, is extremely important. And I would probably say that has a considerable amount to do with it, because then they started brainstorming, they started thinking about it.
So in that first host coaching call, you're talking about the business.
Yes.
Perfect. Great. Yes. Thank you. Hey, Bianca.
Hi, sorry.
How are you?
I'm doing well.
Good. Thanks for your flexibility tonight.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it. Bianca is also a recruiter this month. She has added someone to her team in January. So we're so excited to have you as growing a team, Bianca. Alexis was sharing with us that she is interested in pursuing directorship, and that's kind of part of her reason for building this team and sharing the opportunity. So tell us a little bit about your goals with leadership and what you do to get the word out, to inform, invite, and interview.
Yeah, I think leadership is formed by example and just showing that you can do it. And like Alexis said, being, able to duplicate it, but it also extends beyond, I think, just getting that recruit it's also following up to seeing how they're doing even after they joined and keeping that connection open. And I think that helps being as a leader. And that's really helped, just to be open and know that they can turn to you if needed. So I think similar to Alexis, planting the seed in the beginning, I send out my host packet that includes the kit credit, as well as a little note from me about what to expect, for example. And then when I am doing my virtual parties, a lot of the products that I'm showing, at the end, I will also go back to that and say, did you know that a lot of these products that I showed are included in one of 3 kits?
Nice.
And if you, like me, love everything, by joining, you can get all that you wanted plus more.
Awesome. Good. I love that. That's a great idea. And I know we do that in live shows. So really nice for you to incorporate that into a virtual show as well. Super. I love that. And I love that what you said about leadership, and that it's not just about recruiting, but it is about building that team member and being there side by side with that team member and helping them be successful in their business. Now, it sounds like both of you recruited, your recruits in January were from virtual shows. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And Bianca, you shared with us how you talk about these products come in the kit. So really, really telling them about that kit and that being an opportunity. Alexis, how do you share the business in your virtual parties?
I really go more with the post and everything, the formatting that they actually have on the website, the different posts that talk about recruiting, what you can earn. I will say I also, especially because the Quick Cooker has been really a huge draw for my business since it came out. A lot of people want it. I'm like, let's earn it for free. And I post toward the end. When I post this, what was it? Let's see. In January, if you join, you could earn the Quick Cooker for free.
Right.
And I posted with that, I earned my Quick Cooker for free. And what an awesome part that I can not only earn an income, but you can earn big items like this for free. So.
Yeah, awesome. Good. Bianca, anything else you do in your virtual shows to help share the business opportunity?
I think one thing is, a lot of times people think we just earn free product. But one thing that I posted from an honest perspective is showing that I receive a check too. I don't disclose the amount, but as I post one asking me about my Pampered Chef business and receive a raffle ticket, that comes up. And that's how I also explain that it's not just free product, the business opportunity, it's also being able to pay the rent, pay a bill, buy clothes for my child, things like that. So that puts it in perspective, and maybe we'll connect with somebody else that rings a bell that, hey, I think I can do this too.
Yep. And I think that is so true, because I think so many people think that we get paid in products. And for them to understand that, yes, you can get those free products like the Quick Cooker, but you also can make real money that you can use towards something specific. And I think when we plant that seed, it helps those new consultants too to realize that when they do come on board, they can make real money, and they can set some goals about what they want that income to go towards. Now, share this with me, girls. If when you have somebody that's interested in the business or asking questions or showing interest on your virtual parties, what do you do? And how do you know when somebody's interested?
Typically for me, I do the little Google survey posts where you get their information, and sometimes people will actually plug in there, if they're interested in having a party, if they're interested in wanted more information on joining. And if they did, I would normally send them, however it said that they wanted me to contact them, I would send them a personal message and say, hey, what type of questions do you have about joining the business? Because, something that we learned through training in the past is people join for different reasons.
Right.
And, their reasons may or may not be the same as mine, probably not going to be the same as mine as far as why they would want to join. So really just reading that person correctly by how they respond, because most likely if they say they're interested in the business, they're going to respond.
Right.
At least initially. But I try not to put too much pressure on somebody. It's an opportunity. I initially when I first joined, I wasn't quite too sure about recruiting because I felt like some of the pyramid scheme businesses, people were really pushy. However, something that somebody said to me, and I can't remember who it was, but I can't remember if it was Aaron or Ann or who it was, said that, I have this wonderful thing, wouldn't you want to share it with somebody else? Wouldn't you want to share with them what you're getting out of it? And I think that's something that's, when it clicked for me, it clicked for me.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Because if you truly are loving it and it is making a difference in your life, then it's actually selfish not to share it. Right?
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Good. Perfect. I love that. And I love that you're personally reaching out and that you're listening more than you're talking. Listen to what they have to say and then asking those open-ended questions to continue to get them talking. Good. Bianca, how about you?
Absolutely. I want to echo a lot of what Alexis said. I do mine towards the beginning and the end, and throughout, where I do a pre-party post, and try to engage people. And when I notice a lot of people are engaged, then I will have them friend me and message on the side. And a lot of times what I try to point out is that a lot of it is just listening, because by listening, you can really uncover those hidden objectives that they may have and how to overcome them. Because what may be a solution, how the business can work for me, be it income, for someone else, it could be they need kitchen products, they need friends, they need a hobby. And just by listening and throughout the party, reaching out to them, that might click for them as well.
And I love that you are listening for what their need is. Because if you are sharing with them what your need is and how Pampered Chef is filling that need for you, then you're completely missing that person and their objective and what they're looking for. So awesome. Sounds like you girls have really been doing your homework on recruiting and how to form those relationships with people. So what I'd like to end with tonight is just each of you sharing a little bit of advice to anybody out there that would like to build a team and share what Pampered Chef has offered to you, your life. What advice would you give them on how to share the business with others and how to grow their own team with Pampered Chef?
Don't prejudge, because you never know who the opportunity may be. No doesn't mean no, it means not right now. And it may mean you need to reach out. And a no, don't take it personal, because it just might not be the right time. Mm-hmm. And what I like to say is I'm just the vessel for the opportunity, and providing that opportunity, and not being selfish is what I can offer someone.
I love that. I love that you are just the vessel. That is awesome. And not taking no personally, because you're right. You don't know what anybody's situation is, and not everybody's going to say yes. So, to know that it's just part of your job to share what Pampered Chef can offer. It's just one more service that we offer. Awesome. Thank you. All right. Alexis, how about you?
I think Bianca nailed it. But I'm sitting here and I'm like, wow.
That was good. Good stuff.
Right. You know, for me, one of the things that I talk about in my virtual show and I talk about in my live show is where I am in my life and where I've been in my life. And you know, the reality for me is I've recently become a military spouse, and I left my career of 17 years to be with him and to hop up and move every 2 to 3 years. And Pampered Chef is going to give me the ability to make money wherever I live, anywhere in the world. And you know, and also get to meet new people quickly and build relationships with those people. Building relationships is very important. And I know for me, I am a people person. I'm a talker, and definitely enjoy what I'm doing, and I enjoy helping people. So it just kind of comes naturally for me to enjoy doing it. So to enjoy doing what you're doing, and it shows to other people.
Yeah. And I think that is so true. And we talked about that earlier. But in this business, if you are enjoying what you're doing, you're confident about what you're doing, then people naturally are drawn to you. They want to be a part of what you're doing. So it is no surprise that you two are as successful as you are with your business and with adding people to your team. And we are super excited to have you working towards being part of the leadership team. And we're just so thankful that you said yes to Pampered Chef. And thank you so much for sharing tonight your expertise. Keep up the great work. Anything else you want to share before we end tonight?
I want to say one thing. I think it's ironic that Bianca and I were on the same team when we were doing the what was the Booking Blitz.
The Booking
And that we were helping to push each other to build our business. We were 2 of the 10 on the same team.
I love that. How cute.
I'm the opposite. I'm the actual active duty veteran.
Isn't that funny? You're the military spouse and she's the active duty. Oh, I love it. I love it. And how cool that you two are nowhere close to each other. You know, miles and miles and miles apart, not on the same individual team, but you've met and worked together through that Booking Blitz. And how cool is that? I love it.
Very cool.
Yeah, I think it's really cool.
It is.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah. The relationships that are made in this business are just incredible.
Mm-hmm.
They really are.
I agree.
Well, I just want to say, you want to say one more thing, Bianca?
I just have one more thing. And I think what's important, like Alexis said, was and you said, having that enthusiasm. Sometimes we can get jaded, you know, oh, it was just a $200 sale. But if you remember your first paycheck or your first free product, if you can instill that in every opportunity or every sale or every free product, that just resonates how much you care. Because you can get so jaded if you got a big sale last month but nothing this month. But keep that drive, I think, is important.
Yes, it is. And know that, you know, there's something good in every single show. Even if you go and there's only one guest there, something good is going to come out of that show. Even if that virtual show has 1 or 2 people that are interacting, something good is going to come. I love the positive attitude that both of you bring to our team. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great job. Thanks, guys. I'll get this posted so everybody can enjoy it.
Okay.
Great February. All right.
Bye.
Bye.